You got to go out there and make challenges. You know, you got to make your challenge here. Go on television, make challenges.
Yeah, you go to the
put them on
fights
television shows.
and say, I want you, motherfucker.
You should go like this. Everybody's scared of me in the UFC. You know what I mean? If you're not scared, have pride for your family. Your mother, your father, your sister, your children all know you're a coward. Your family name is going down as cowards. You're the head of your family and you're a coward.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm Eben Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
Mike, we got a fucking monster in the house,
We have a superstar here, man.
Superstar,
the future
baby.
Superstar. Everybody's going to know your name. They're going to name babies after you, man. Be careful, man. Wear condoms, man. Have a lawyer with you at all times, man. That's all you need, a trainer and a lawyer. You need nothing else,
That's
brother.
it, baby.
You don't need no hang-ons. You need nothing else. You got your agent, your trainer, your lawyer.
Francis Ngannou, welcome, my brother.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here.
Really,
man.
it is.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's really
I
great.
appreciate. This is a huge honor for me.
Man, I was just watching you before. Man, you knocked everybody. He knocked De Soto out. He knocked Vasquez out. He knocked my man from Holland out, Overeem out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is some good stuff, man. It was really good. You knocked some really legends out. You knocked some all-time greats out, man.
You know, 6 years ago, I was in Morocco trying to find my way to go to Europe because that's always been my dream to get somewhere that I can have opportunity. And out there, you know, it was just like immigrating. So we was illegal, you know, like those similar like Mexican trying to cross the border.
Did you get jobs?
No job. Sometimes we live in the forest, hiding for the cops, trying to cross the border to go to Spain. And anytime that, and it was.
Did you have food?
No, sometimes we
eat?
Sometimes we have to go hunt. Sometimes we have to go wait to the trash truck.
Did anybody ever see you and just say, "Hey, need food?" Never.
No, when we have to hide because we didn't know who was the police or not, and there was like in regular clothes sometime to come there.
Detectives,
catch us, yes. And when I went in the rough. Sometimes you have a hard time, and we have a chance to go to. Sometimes you have a chance to go on use internet on tonight, and I always watch boxing because my dream was to boxing. That was like my motivation to watch Mike Tyson on YouTube because that's when I never watched your fight live because I grew up in Africa and I didn't have a damn TV, nothing like that, you know. And I was watching it. I'm like, damn, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. And I watch all this fight. I go through this. I'm like, how is it possible to be like heavyweight? Because heavyweight does suppose usually they are not so technical, you know. But I'm like, how is it possible to be like heavyweight and be so technical? Everything was like perfect, you know. And even today, I still believe that I can put Mike Tyson video and then to teach those kid boxing to say, okay, this how you raise your hand, this how you move, this how you dodge, this how you do the clock, because everything, even in the fight, was great, which is something that I haven't seen before, that you don't see often, because when you see this professional fighter, obviously as amateur fighter, they did all this stuff, raise their hand, move perfectly. But when they become pro, everybody hand down, this, that. And you can show some kids like this how they box. That doesn't make sense. Why do you tell me that they box like this and the professional boxer there is boxing like this, like that, you know? And it was, for me, it was something just unbelievable. And it was my motivation because despite my situation at the time, I always believed that, I don't know why, but it seems like I had some voice in my mind who told me that it's going to happen. How? I don't know. But it's going to happen. And then I'm like, yes, I'm going to do it. And that was just like 6 to 7 years ago. And today I'm here. You're telling me about my KO, which is like, where? I'm like, is it real?
No, you did what you don't know what you did. Know what you did? Your words were your destiny. You spoke out your reality. When you said, I'm going to do that. That's what happened to me. I was locked up in a juvenile detention center at 1978, maybe 1979, something to that. Yeah, 78, 77. I was like, 12 or 11, I was locked up in a juvenile detention. And we watched the movie The Greatest, and it was cool. And as soon as the lights came on, Muhammad Ali came in. And as soon as he came in, everybody lost. I mean, the staff, the guards, the police, everybody lost. And I said, I want to be like him. First thing I said, I want to be like him. I don't know why I said it. Maybe because everybody was clapping, going crazy, and I saw that, and I got high off that rush. I said, I want to be like him. I didn't know I was going to do it, but I said, I want to be like him.
You know, the thing is, I didn't even have a chance to have a real model on live. Like, obviously, we heard about Mike Tyson, but I couldn't watch Mike Tyson fight. We didn't have TVs, you know. We barely have a lamp to read our book. I started to work at 10. I was 10 years old to be able to support my scholarship. And that's how I grew up. But you're right, because the thing is, like, you know, in where I'm from Cameroon, and from some small village. And it's people, they are very hopeless because they feel like they lose everything. Nothing is made for them. You know, they're forgotten. And they're like, okay, you have to settle to this. And that's why I always have problem with my family, because I was a dreamer. I was very ambitious. I'm like, I want this. I'm like, no, you are not for that class of life. You don't belong to that class, and you can't do it. I'm like, why? Why I can't do it? I'm like, no, you have to be like a farmer, like your dad. You have to do this, like your grandpa. I'm like, then who says that? Who say he can change? You know? Then, and I really looked back at that time, like just being doesn't agree with my parents, with my elder. So it was like I was like a bad seed, you know, among kids.
That's what you were called.
Yeah,
You weren't a bad seed.
I was a very bad one. So at the point that when I go somewhere, if I sat here, somebody, he would just change his wallet and put on this side. I'm like, this kid is so ambitious. He's gonna end up bad, you know. Nobody never understand like what was my dream. I'm like, I just have to change the situation. I just have to be something else. You know, I believe that I can make my own destiny. I mean, nobody says it will be easy, but it's still possible, you know. And that always my thought. And I think that's one of the things that make me decide to know to make the change. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And basically, when I came up with my dream to become a boxer, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Who told you it's possible for you? Look at you. Look at where you came from. How is it possible? Look in the entire country who had succeed with boxing. Then they would take some example. They would say like, because we have some famous boxer there who unfortunately didn't do great life-wise.
What's his name?
Like Joseph Bessala, Jean-Marie Emebe, like Watabele. Don't mention those guys. I'm like, look at those guys. Their life is miserable. I'm like, yes, but my own doesn't have to end up like that. It can be different. I can take my own chance, and doesn't matter if I fail. You know, I can still. At least I try. You know, the loser is the guy who didn't try. If you try and didn't make it, you are not a loser. You know, and you're gonna do something else, but be in peace with yourself. Like, okay, I tried.
I'm a strong believer in that, you know.
Yeah.
During my life is full of mistakes, but I didn't stand on the wall and do nothing. I did something. You know, I didn't know what to do, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I did something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh hey yeah.
Definitely, man.
You did a lot.
Yeah, I didn't stand on the wall and just do nothing. I did something.
And then when you're somewhere fighting for your dream, for something, to make something, and then they came up with some story like with Mike Tyson on, and this guy will end up go to jail and come back and still be in the top level. I'm like, everything is possible, you know.
Yes, anything
I mean,
possible.
it's like a motivation. Sometimes good things are really good, but the most important thing sometimes that you can also look up in what's supposed to be bad and see the good in it. And that's what is really important. That's what you learn out of it, you know.
I remember Ali, he didn't go to prison, but he couldn't fight for 3 years.
Yeah.
And he came back eventually and won the title, after losing the Frazier and losing to Norton, but he still came back and won the title.
That's because he refused to go to Vietnam?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And when I went to prison for 3 years, I said, I'm going to do it too, just like Ali. But I said, I'm going to win the title the first fight. He didn't win the first fight with Frazier, but I said, the first fight I'm going to win.
Yeah. I think it's always good when you have to look to, I mean, us human, we are weak, and we always need to look up to somebody as an example to prove ourselves.
We don't know. Same thing as myself, I said when I saw Ali and them guys, I didn't see Ali in his prime, but I saw Ray Leonard and Duran. And as soon as I saw them, I said, this is what I'm going to do in my life. I'll die before I not make this. This is what I'm going to dedicate my life to.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like you have no idea what you're capable of.
I didn't even know I could do it. Then I saw those guys, and I saw them guys pull all in. The people went crazy. I said, I want the people to do that for me. I said, I want the people to do that for me. It's for fuck me up, turn me out. He just turned me out. It's watching them fight. I said, fuck, I want to do that. I want to be those guys.
It's pretty cool, Mike, that you had that experience, and then through your career, you can inspire guys like Francis,
Thousands, millions of guys.
Of course.
Because I believe inspiration is not just about you inspire people not just in boxing, but in everything. Some guy who maybe has struggled as a lawyer or journalist or whatever, or entrepreneur, he might listen to your story, look out to you, and then be inspired by. And there is a lot of people out there like this.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like when you were talking about those guys, you keep your hands up. You know why you keep your hands up? Because if you don't keep your hands up, look what happened to the guys you knocked out. They didn't keep their hands up. So what happened to them,
exactly.
Right? Keep your hands up.
And that is life in general, because...
in life, you got to keep your guards up. In life, your conscious guard. Keep it up in life.
Yeah. I didn't have opportunity to do boxing until I was 22. That was the first time I walked to the boxing gym. I was 22 years old.
How did you get there?
Very interesting, because I was this motorcycle taxi in Africa.
Oh yeah,
I was doing it.
Wow, dude.
Yes, and at some point I'm like, so I cannot do this all my life, and how about my dream? I'm like, and this I've been working on this, been working in my mind for a very long time, and at 22 I'm like, okay, I'm done, because I left school. I was 17, so it was 5 years after. I'm like, it's been 5 years. What did I do exactly? Nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna chase my dream. Then I saw that motorcycle. Oh, my family, everybody said, this guy lost his mind. Please help Francis. Francis is going crazy. He sold his bike to go box. Yeah. What is boxing? What the hell is boxing? I'm like, I don't know exactly what the hell is boxing, but I know what is my dream, and I'm gonna try it. There is no guarantee that I'm gonna succeed. I mean, to be honest, there was no guarantee. There was not even. I can't even blame them to don't believe in me, because they was just realistic, And but I was so bummed out that I cannot do this. Then I saw the bike. I'm like, damn, I don't care about it. Let's go do it. I'm like, you should keep doing your job, find a wife, do this. I'm like, and have kids, and they have the same miserable life as me, being ashamed in front of their friend all the time. No way. I'm going to try something different. And that's how I worked to the boxing. I was 22 years old. And what I found...
Was it a boxing gym by you? close to where you lived? Or?
No.
Oh, it must have been awful. It must have been like on the grass, on the ground, or some a ring on the ground, on the dirt or something.
No, that's why I saw my bike, because growing up, I have a dream to become a martial artist since when I was a kid. I never loved being a huge soccer fan, as soccer is famous in my country, but never have a chance to have somewhere to train. Karate, boxing, nothing. 100 miles away around, there were nothing to train. You know. Yeah. So I grew up with this frustration, and I was always expecting somebody to come there and do something. You know, I don't know who, but just come there and do something who could allow me to be able to train. Yeah, and then I saw my bike, and when I walked to the gym, I find out how interesting is boxing. It's not just about fight. It's not just about go there and knocking people out, but it's about to know how to fall down and stand up.
Game.
Fighting's
thinking. Fighting's not for tough people. They shouldn't be fighters.
Yeah.
Tough people shouldn't be fighters. So only smart people should be fighters, because it's a thinking game. It's not a tough man game.
Yeah.
So first time you ever boxed, 22?
No. Yes, 22. I was 22 because after a few months.
What made you think that you wanted to be in the UFC? Who did you see fight in the UFC?
So, to be honest, I didn't know UFC at the time. I didn't know what was UFC. I mean, I have saw UFC a few times on TV, but I didn't even have TV. Maybe sat in some bar and see a UFC fight, and I was like, okay, I don't know what is that, but let's move on. Until I went in France, like in 2013. That was my first time. Then I walked to the gym. I was homeless at the time because I didn't have nobody, no money. I just came out to Morocco. That I've been there for 1 year. Then I moved.
Did they treat you nice in Morocco?
Oh, hell no.
No, black people's a motherfucker, right? It's hard to be black in the world, huh?
Not only that you're black, but you're poor, you're there, you're miserable, You don't even have clothes, you don't have what to eat.
Smell like shit.
Smell like shit. Sometimes you can do like 2 weeks without take a shower and all those things. So, oh no. It's a really mental game. Listen, you have to be strong in your mind.
The poorest section in America is a heaven to somebody from Africa, huh?
Yes, and that's exactly what happened when I went in France.
The poorest section in America is heaven. It's heaven to the African. It's heaven. The poorest motherfucker. Just think of LA, the poorest, the homeless, all the downtown, with all the homeless that he's eating off the street. That's heaven to him. That's heaven.
That's exactly what happened when I went in France. Because when I went in France,
you look at those people and say, "Get them the fuck out of here. What are these people doing here?" But to him, this is fucking heaven. People you can talk to. They got food out here. Man, fuck that. I don't even have to work. I'm eating every day. Imagine if I start begging. I might become a millionaire. Imagine you got your sign out there, and the next thing you know, somebody in a Rolls Royce come pick you up at the end of the day and take you home.
Yes, when I went in France, it was very interesting to see people complaining about everything. Healthcare was free. You can find place to eat for free. And for me, this was a heaven. I was a homeless at the time, but I think that this was one of the best moments in my life. I was somewhere that I cannot care about being sick or what to eat. For the first time in my life, I was 26 or 27 at the time. This was the very first time, and I was very happy with that, even though I was homeless. And people was like, "Why your situation is like really bad?" Sorry, I'm like, "Don't mind me. I'm good. I'm really good."
No shit. Americans start getting mad. They don't got no food. We just go see somebody snatch the fuck out. We start eating the food. We start fighting in America when we're hungry. We start stealing and taking stuff. Right? That's what we do. When we get hungry, we start taking and stealing stuff. Robbing and stealing, begging and stuff.
Yeah, that's how I went in France. Then I walked to the gym, and I tell them right away. I was honest with them. I'm like, look, guys, I really want to do this, but I don't have no money, even no clothes, nothing, no place to sleep. But I just want somewhere that I can train because I'm gonna.
I know when they saw you, they said, "Yeah."
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck yeah."
Until you come right on it.
Yeah, so it was kind of like too controversial thing. Like this guy worked through the gym with nothing and just like he's gonna be a world champion. So we are here, we don't want to be world champion, you know. So it's this kind of ego. But at the meantime, they look the man and I'm like, okay, let's give him some credit, you know. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna talk to the main coach and see what he said. And 4 days after, they called me and say yes, the coach agreed that you can train, you can come train with us. And I was very happy. I was like, this is the beginning of everything.
Wow, man. How old were you then?
22, right?
You were 22?
No, 27.
You were
I mean,
27.
in France. Yes, I was in France.
See, that's why this is
2013.
What I believe it doesn't matter if anybody says his determination and will is what counts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he has the, you know what I mean, the tenacity, you know, the resilience, you know what I mean, determination, the willpower to succeed, doesn't matter what age you are.
Have to have that.
Yeah.
Yes, a positive mindset.
Totally positive.
Yes.
And have madly affectionate and love for yourself. You have to love yourself to treat yourself right. There's no way you're gonna be successful if if you're not madly in love with yourself. You have to believe you deserve all the success that you're being given. You know how many success, even myself, I've all this money, hundreds of millions, I don't deserve this. I got it too easy. I didn't work really hard to get it, really. I'm hanging out and I'm partying, I'm beating these guys easy 1-2 rounds. And my mind started playing games, got negative with me. Started getting self-destructive, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Set yourself up to fall. You gotta always think about beautiful things.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do this? How I'm gonna set my children up for the future? Always have goals. Because once I accomplished that goal, the youngest champ, millionaire, whatever it was, it got tricky. Then I wanted to take more time off to spend time here, do this. Now I accomplished my goal. I want to start meeting girls. I want to start meeting new people. I want to start learning things. You forget. You always got to stay focused till it's over. The fat ladies thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because when people watch you, sometimes fighters are watching you. Other fighters are watching you. See if you're slipping. They say if you hear, they know people that hang around you. What's he doing? How's he working out? You know, when it's waiting for you to fall, you're threatening to people.
Yes, they're sneaking around.
Yeah.
To see your mistake.
See what you're doing, yeah. Gotta stay on top. Always stay positive. Let them see you working hard at all times. Always prepared. That's what fighting is about, always being prepared. Never know when that championship fight's gonna come. The guy might fall out and say, hey, you ready? Championship match, you gotta be ready at all times.
So
You could be at dinner somewhere and the fight calls, you ready to fight. All times, be ready.
when was your first pro fight?
It was 4 months after
You started?
I started.
Wow.
That's good.
Dude.
Yes. I mean, I was there my very first time. I was 27, and I went to the gym. I'm like, started to do boxing. And I'm like, okay, so if you need the faster income to help you get out in your situation, you have to do MMA. Then I'm like, what's MMA? And I'm like, it's mixed martial art. Okay, that's good, but what is mixed martial art? What does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
So I have to tell them, or they have to explain me all those things. Then I'm like, no, man, I don't want to do that shit. I just want to do the boxing. You know the Mike Tyson boxing? They say yes. I'm like, let's do that one. That's what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to do all these things. I'm like, okay, but keep that in mind, you know. But then put this up together. Like a few months after, I went to this gym who was a CrossFit MMA factory, and they said the same thing. Like, yes, you should do MMA, and they was like specialized in MMA. And I'm like, okay, since I just have my time, let's do it. I was doing boxing and MMA, and it was 1.5 months, 2 months after, they said, yes, we have a fight. We think you should try. I'm like, really? They say yes. I'm like, okay, let's go for it.
That was cool. How'd that turn out?
The first one was good. The second one, I lost the second one. And I think that's why I keep doing MMA, because the second one, I was about to win that fight, win the title. I'm like, okay, I'm done with the MMA experience. Let's go to the boxing. But I lost the fight. Since I couldn't leave the MMA with the loss, so you will sound like I'm quitting. I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. I can't do that. I have to clean this out. Then that's how I keep move. Yeah. And then the next one, I get paid like 2,000 euros.
Whoa, you're happy, right?
Yes. He was a tournament. 2,000 euro. Wow. That was the first money in Europe. I just called in Africa. I'm like, hey, Mom, do you still have you celebrate this? Because in March 8th is like International Women's Day. I say, how was your International Women's Day? So I'm like, well, I'm like, you know what? You're going to have a special International Women's Day. Your son is out here taking It was just
awesome.
It was just 2,000 euro, but oh man,
2,000 euros is a lot of money.
Yes,
You don't have
it was
no
a
money.
lot. The very first one, I never
Went to dinner,
had that money
and
in my
paid for your
life.
dinner. Shit.
Yes,
That's awesome, man.
I never have that money in my life, that kind of money in my life. And my friend, I was with friends out there in France, and they always take me out and support everybody, pay my own. I'm like, hey, guy, I got you this time.
Now.
It's my turn. Let's do it.
That's what I did all the time.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
That's beautiful.
How did it feel then, as you're starting to live your dream now, man? How did that feel? Were you just like, this is it? This is where I'm supposed to be?
I mean, I love what I'm doing. I love where I am, but I think I haven't achieved my dream. I'm doing great. My life has changed.
What is your
Some
dream?
part.
What is your dream?
My dream? My main dream is to become a boxer. And I think, I haven't take that dream away.
Okay.
It's still in the line. I still have that dream in the line, and I believe that I can achieve it.
I believe that too, man.
I believe
start now, then get some boxing matches.
Because what's
fighting some boxing matches. Then.
Yeah.
Yes. What's happened before with the UFC? I was just there, so when I won this tournament, then I get this money, and then I'm like very excited. So at least I get something. I get paid for something, because I didn't have paper in residential card, and I couldn't even work. So there is something that I can have money out of it. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Maybe to have money. Then 2 years after, like it was my birthday, and my coach called me. I'm like, guess what? I'm like, I don't know, tell me. He was like, yes, we just got your UFC contract. I'm like, really? And what did that mean exactly? Because I didn't even like expecting or dreaming too much about UFC. I'm just like, well, whatever. But I want to become a boxer. That was my dream. Then, since the UFC was the opportunity right there who came to me, I had to take it before figure out what next. But I had to take the opportunity, So that's how I get in the UFC.
What's the biggest purse you ever had yet?
My biggest purse?
Yeah.
Why? It's not millions like yours.
No, but you're just starting, brother. Don't expect that yet. You're going to get your day, trust me.
$500,000?
That's a lot. Trust me.
Yeah.
Isn't there a lot coming back home from Africa?
Yeah.
There's going to be more. Trust me.
Yes.
You have to stay your attitude positive. Life is all about attitude. How your attitude, you have a wonderful attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I like in it is like, I can't say I have achieved maybe some part of my dream, not all of them, but some part of it, because when I go back home today, I look at my family, I'm happy. I'm happy that they are not concerned about anything anymore, because my biggest fear, before I left Cameroon, I went see my mom. I stayed with my mom for like 3 weeks. She didn't know why I was there for that long, but I was there because that was my last time before I leave, and I didn't know how it's gonna end up out there because people died. You're going in the ocean with the
that a life preserver?
yeah, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Then I'm like staring at my mom sometime like this, and she was like, "What?" I'm like, "No, nothing." So I was thinking like maybe this might be the last time that I'm seeing her, or but I have to do this. Otherwise, how do I gonna change the situation? Because we've been through a lot, and our mom always been there for us. And I'm like, okay, this has to change sometime. As a kid, I was able to see the fear in the eye of my mom. I'm like, she doesn't have to fear. She doesn't have to be like that. And one of my goals was to take that fear out of her. And it took a long time to make her feel like safe, because like when I started to do my thing and like send money to her, and she was even scared to use the money because I'm like, okay, if I use it today, tomorrow, what's gonna happen tomorrow? When you don't have for a long time, you have something, you're trying to extend it for all the rest of the time. I'm like, Mom, I got you. Let's do it, But it been a long process.
Did you ever try to process to get her over here in America?
I tried to make her come to my last fight, but they denied her visa for twice.
Huh.
I tried twice, but I'm gonna try again next year.
Yeah, don't give up.
When the UFC gonna go in France, first we're gonna make that happen in France.
Can't your agents help you out on something like that?
They help me, but it's not just about my agent. My agent.
Laws? I'm talking about a lawyer to get some work over the laws and stuff.
It's political stuff. We are a small country coming to America. Who are you? What is your position in life?
No, my star is a star fighter in America in the UFC organization. No. And his name is such and such, and this is his name, and he's the champion. He's going to be champion of the world. And he's going to be representing this country.
Yeah, that's cool, but it doesn't help as much because even the UFC helpful. They write down the letter and everything perfect, but support everything, and it didn't work.
Did he ever get you any immigration lawyers?
We're gonna try that next time, but the first time we thought it's just gonna be.
Nah, get some immigration lawyers.
She gonna come here, man. It's no way that she gonna come here.
That's gonna be
unbelievable dream,
See all you're doing for your family. You can do so much for your family. Just keep fighting hard and believing.
That's amazing, man. That you could do that. You could take care of your family that way. Well, when is your next fight?
I think you should ask Dana White that question. He's the boss. He's my boss.
Dana White.
I don't know. I don't have an answer with that question. I've been asking myself.
They can't put you on the shelf. Get on the shelf and get stale. You got to stay in shape. Let the people keep. You got Alex. Let the public keep your face in perspective. Let people know who you are. You got a great personality. Every time Africans come over that like to smile a lot and happy like you, they fucking put them in front of everything.
Yes. And I really...
You see that loopy girl? You see they put her... You know what I'm talking about, right? The girl, the black African girl. You know what I'm talking about? They got her everywhere. She's like an honorary...
The actress?
Yeah.
Lupita.
Yeah.
Nyong'o.
Yeah, she's like everywhere. She's like the honorary white person and stuff. She goes places African Americans don't go, And that could be you, dude. And then you can open the door for other Africans. That's That's your purpose. You have to know that, right?
Yeah. I believe that, So I was talking about dreaming about somebody who could, when I was kid, dreaming about somebody who could come there and do something for us. And unfortunately, that person never came. And at some point, I think it was like 3 years or 4 years ago, and I'm like, because when you grow up, I don't know if you have that feeling, but I always have this feeling of my childhood missing. Like there is something that I still have to fill up in my childhood box, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be the guy maybe for other kids, but for myself. And then I just opened a gym there, a foundation for kids, you know, trying to
awesome.
give them, because they might have some kids there with the same dream as me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I believe that, knowing that what that will represent for me, you know, I believe that even like doing it for like 3-4 kids, that's worth it.
Definitely, man. So wait, going back, why does Dana White do shit like that? Like, why is it personal? Does he just decide? Does he have, you know, is he judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to who's fighting and who's not?
No, I don't think
He
it's
look
like
at it
that.
like this is how well, you call Dana like a promoter pretty much, right? So this is how a promoter do. A promoter looks who's going to be the biggest draw. If you're a champion, who's going to put more people in the seats? You know, you could be listening. Some guy, you look at a guy like Cormier. He's a great fighter, right? But
He's really great.
He's a great fighter. This happens in boxing too. Great fighter. Can't nobody beat him, but he can't bring people to the seats like that. You know what I mean? And then you get a guy that's not as exciting than him and stuff or something, but he has this little marker, he does his thing, he brings his flag in and stuff, and that excites the people, you know what I mean? They're, what you call that stuff when you, patriotism and all that stuff, 'cause this is a really patriotic country, especially when you bring the flag in the ring.
But I feel like Francis is a guy that people are excited to see fight.
I think so too. I don't know if Dana thinks so.
No, I think right now they are having a issue having fight for me basically with the trilogy between Stipe and DC, because I should be next on the title line, but since they want to do Stipe and DC, that complicate everything.
Whose teams do you want to put them on and who are those guys?
Stipe Miocic.
The guy that just beat Cormier? The guy that just beat
yeah,
Cormier.
yeah. So that's what is making my situation complicated right now.
I don't know those guys. They don't want to fight you. You know,
because
I
should be fighting a Stipe next, but they want to do Stipe and DC.
Who are the big heavyweights right now? It's Stipe, Cormier, John Jones.
Stipe is the champ.
Now, John Jones.
Stipe is the champ.
Yes, and John Jones is light heavyweight.
Yeah. Who do you want to fight?
Yeah.
I want to fight the champ, and I have a undone business with Stipe. You know, I fought it once, and that fight didn't go well for me, and I want to fix it right now. Yeah, I want the revenge, and the meantime, I want the title.
All right, let's do it again, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So this was back in. This was their last fight in August.
Yeah, I can't believe he did that to Cormier.
He was getting beat up, but he just find a spot, the body shot, and then as soon as he started with that body shot,
I thought it was a good one.
Cormier just started to feel really bad.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
When is there? Because John Jones keeps calling out. Where's John Jones in the order of that?
No, John Jones is the champ in the
He's
light
the champ.
heavyweight. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to come to heavyweight, he said.
Well, let be so. I'm in the heavyweight, so
Yeah, get it
I mean,
on.
if he come to the heavyweight right now, at least I'll have some fight sooner.
No doubt.
I see. So they're getting ready to promote the third fight
Yes,
with DC and Miocic.
and that's what really complicate my situation.
You got to go out there and make challenges. You know, you got to make your challenge here. Go on television, make challenges.
Yeah,
Put
do you go to the
Put them on
fights?
television shows.
And say, I want you, motherfucker.
Yeah, go on television shows and say, why am I not fighting? You know
Whoever
you're
wins
scared.
that fight.
You should just go. You should go like this. Everybody's scared of me in the UFC. You know what I mean? If you're not scared,
Yeah, bro.
have pride for your family. Your mother, your father, your sister, your children all know you're a coward. Show your family some pride. Put pride in your family's name, you coward.
I
Your
love it.
family name is going down as cowards 'cause you're the head of
love
your
it.
family and you're a coward.
Yeah. For instance, you got to spend.
That's what I was saying.
Spend a week with Mike and just get the mental game, dude.
Yeah.
Just
This is what you think about your family. This is what you think. Then that means I can have your wife. This is my family now. You won't fight me. This is my family now.
I love it.
See, you're a kind man. So see, that's why I'm a kind, but I do it to get in their heads.
Yeah, yeah.
I do it to get in people's heads.
The art of war, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I think, Mike? Like, I've been thinking this, but it would be great if when I make my boxing debut, I want you in my corner. I want that thing.
I'm going to see you work. I'm going to see you work, dude.
Yeah.
See you work.
I want to get your work.
Absolutely.
Everything you know. And you know a lot.
Absolutely.
You know you are like a library.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he is.
It's all about habit. It's habit. Working every day. You go through your routine every day, regardless your sit-ups, your push-ups, your running, your exercise, your sparring. Every day, your hot water, your cold water, your vitamins, your diet. It's every day. It's just every day for 90 days. It's every day. Get what? You get Sunday off.
Yeah.
It's every day. Every day.
So are you under contract with the UFC?
3 fights.
Yeah.
So you got 3 more fights?
Yeah.
Oh, listen,
So
they're
that
going to
means
hold him. They ain't going to get him tight, but they're going to hold him. You know, but his objective is to stay active.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what Cuz you would do with me? Like, he would get my sparring partners, and we would just have, and they'd be top sparring, they'd be contenders, and we fight for real in the gym. Sparring partners fight for real, and he pay him like it's like sparring, for a fight. We fight for real, but has to constantly
keep you sharp.
Be sharp. Be fighting every day, fighting top guys every day in the gym. So it's training, but it's like fighting too.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes, but my problem now is not really being in contract with the USA. It's just to have fight, because it's been 4 months already, and I still need maybe like 2 month notice. So it's gonna from now, if I have to, they're gonna offer me a fight. It's gonna be for 2 months. We're gonna be like 6 months from my last fight, and I still don't have fight. So this can keep.
Listen, I had 15 fights in 1 year. You have to stay busy as much as possible.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
15 fights.
1 year, 15 fights.
Wow.
Stay busy. Huh?
What year was that?
My first year, 85, 84, 85, my first year.
Wow, bro.
15 fights.
15 fights in a year.
You
Wow.
gotta keep it busy, stay fighting, It gotta be your life. You could do it breathing. It's like sleeping.
Yes, but in MMA, it's not exactly like boxing. You cannot have as much fight.
Why is that?
No, because there is a lot of injury in MMA, as training as in fight.
And then listen.
So
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. You're just like I was. You saw the way you fight. The way I fight, most likely you ain't gonna get hurt. You ain't gonna be the one getting hurt. You're gonna hurt everybody else. The percentage is that way. The way you're beating these guys are intimidated. They lost before you even hit them. They don't want to be in there.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
see it when they fight, they're scared to death. Some guys you hit, you don't want to hit them clear. You feel like you miss them, they faint. Nah, you gotta take it serious. When you're a fighter, you gotta take it serious. See, we playing now, but when you're in there, you're across from that guy, you gotta take it serious. I don't want to shake your hand till the fight's over, motherfucker. Don't come up here and be no gentleman friend. We're gonna fight. I'll shake your hand when the fight is over.
Yeah.
And people know in the crowd, they know you're serious. We'll fight, I tap you, I'm not gonna be an asshole, you tap me, but I'm not gonna be all buddy with you. We'll be friendly when I win.
Yeah.
Fight is over, we be friendly. They get in your head, they trying to be friendly with you, put your guard down, then when the bell ring, they go at you like they're gonna fucking kill you.
That's what they want.
Yeah, that's it. But I love it because this man went, and then they come at you like a motherfucker. They always say, "Oh, this is a good brother," we go, man. And then they come at you like he hates your fucking guts. You raped his sister, so they just want to kill you.
Yes, they look like this traitor.
Yeah.
They keep their knife
But the knife right
behind,
right,
and they
luck,
come
brother.
to hook you like, "Hey, my brother."
Yeah,
they have a knife.
Good luck.
Yeah.
They fight you so hard. Those guys, I know those kind of guys. I hate that because they're always nice, nothing bothers me. Yeah, okay. Then they get in the ring, they try to kill you. And then they do it. Hey, Mike, did you see that show? Hey, Mike, can you pass me that? Like, they're friendly, your buddy.
Yeah.
Put your guard down. And then they get in there, you say, whoa, fuck, they're trying to kill you.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, totally, that's what they do. They put your guard down, get you relaxed.
Yeah.
I don't like those kind of fighters.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But I think some guys just able to be like to make everything, to separate everything, be professional like a fighter and just be a different guy outside of fighting. You know, they can be nice, maybe some to make you put your guard down, and someone is just nice. But when they get into there, they just have to do what they are there for.
Absolutely.
You know?
But listen, that's why boxing is such an interesting sport, because not everybody could do that. Everybody wants to be able to do it, but not everybody could do it. Some guys, listen, I don't know if you've seen this yet. Some fighters, some guys in the gym, they could be anybody in the world. A champ, they could be anybody. But you put them in a ring, you put some lights on, you get some popcorn, a drink, and say go, and he panics. But in the gym, he'll kill a champ. Nobody could beat him in the gym. But as soon as he get in the ring, he fucking passes out.
Practice squad heroes, man.
Why is that?
Hey, listen.
Some guys are gamers.
They could do it in the gym, but they can't do it. They ain't ready for the big time. It's just that. This is the big time, baby.
Yeah.
They don't got the guts. Big time don't care how good you need the heart and that guts. Skills really don't matter when you're at the big times. How much guts, how much you're willing to take to win that belt. That's different than just being there.
Yeah. You see that in football all the time.
How much you can take. Then how much you can give out, how much you can take in order to give something out.
Yeah. Well, Francis, what are you doing in the meantime, brother? What are you doing to keep yourself sharp? You getting into movies? Mike was saying earlier.
Your movie, listen, man.
Fast and the Furious 11, dude. You're the fucking villain.
You're fucking movie character. Look, he's a doll. He's an action doll. Look at him. He's cut like the action doll.
The superhero, dude.
Definitely.
That guy over there is his job. So you have to tell him, he's my manager.
Yeah, who are you?
Shout out Markel.
What's his name? Markel?
Markel.
Hey, Markel, man, what's your reputation in this business as an agent?
So he's the guy.
Come on in, bro.
Him.
Come on.
He
Who are you? Sit there,
and
talk to
Alex.
Who are you? Talk to him. What's your name, brother?
Markel Martin, agent at CAA Sports. I represent the combat sports division.
All right.
Here in LA. So yeah, to your point, you know, Francis he just finished shooting last month, Fast and Furious. You know what I mean? Working on another big movie he just auditioned for. I can't really give you guys that information.
I understand, but he's working though, right?
We keep him busy.
Stuff. He keep him busy. He deserves that.
That's our job. Alex Avant, CAA. You know what I mean? He chose us because we're the best in the business. We're the best in the world at what we do. You know what I mean? We work as a team.
You guys gotta make him feel beautiful. When it comes to this,
feels that.
know the foreign language.
No. I'm not feeling beautiful.
No,
I'm hungry. Yeah. You know, like I want it. I want everything.
Yeah. You know, our thing is
eat everything up and still look beautiful. Right. As long as you're working out, you won't get fat. You can still eat.
I do like the action figure doll though. Yeah, we haven't thought about that. But that's probably the next thing. All in Africa, you know what I mean? Have this first doll come out for sure.
Action figure, kung fu grip, nigga, MMA grip.
That's dope, man. No doubt, dude. Yeah, go in there, bro.
You gotta believe
grab that
you
chair.
gotta set goals out and say, this is what I want to accomplish. You gotta write them down. Say, this is what I want to do. I want everybody in this country to know my name. I want to date the most beautiful girls in town.
That's exactly what would be.
I want to have the most beautiful car. I want to have the most beautiful house in Beverly Hills. When people come visit me, I have somebody open the door. That's what I did. I always dreamt my life, my big mansions here and this.
I want to fly.
You just envisioned it all.
Yeah, I lived by the Hershey's and shit. I lived by my next door neighbor was Malcolm Forbes. I was just chilling. He used to come by my house and chill out. And he had that Lamborghini Jeep. And I said, "What the fuck is that?" The first time I met him, I said, "What the fuck is that?" I was like 20 years old. What the fuck is that? And it was a beautiful Jeep. He explained. Then I bought one.
Yeah, I have pictures of it.
Yeah, we were riding.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I saw Malcolm Forbes came to my house and I said, "What is that?" And I bought one.
That's dope, dude.
Believe me, I have those dreams too. I have those dreams.
Listen, your reality is in your mouth. You know, whatever you say, you know?
Yeah.
It comes, all that stuff. But I found out, I realize now as I got older, all that stuff, Open Sesame, Abracadabra, those are things, those are affirmations, ancient affirmations.
Yeah.
I found that those are ancient affirmations, Abracadabra, Open Sesame and all that stuff. Those are foreign, ancient, thousands of year old affirmations.
Yeah.
You got to speak it into existence.
Exactly.
You know, And him speaking boxing into his existence, you know, the moment Francis and I met, was one of the first things that he said he wanted to do. Was not only become UFC champion of the world.
If you do that, imagine if you were boxing UFC champion, you would cross the line. That would never be done. Nobody would ever probably do it. That would be so awesome.
Exactly. You know, Tyson Fury just said he want to cross over and come to the UFC.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
And fight. I'm like, I'm gonna welcome. I'm gonna welcome you here, and I'm gonna meet, give you return you the service in the ring.
Oh,
yes, I mean. Exactly. I fucking want that Tyson Fury fight.
We had Tyson here too.
Yeah.
Here too.
I want that fight.
Exactly. So I'm gonna tell you right here what's gonna happen.
Where are you from, dude?
Where I'm from San Bernardino, California, the Inland Empire. Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. So a little bit of quick background on me. I moved to Las Vegas. I'm a football player, but I moved to Las Vegas. I worked for Dana. I worked at UFC for 5 years. You know what I mean? Before I started repping fighters. Dana bought me my very first suit. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I love the guy. Great guy.
You have to.
You know, he's a savage on the business side of things. But I get that. You know what I mean? But now that I'm on this side, you know, it's my job and our job to make sure that fighters like Francis has the best opportunities to be more than just a fighter. You know what I mean? What he's trying to do in Africa for the kids, that's big. You know, he's got his foundation. You know what I mean? He has dreams because again, it's prize fighting at the end of the day. You know, a lot of times he's got to capitalize on his talents while he's young, while he's on the top of the game.
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, what he's talking about. He talked it in existence. He doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know. You know that. I could probably say that. You know, UFC is going into boxing, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't think. I thought he couldn't do it. I think we could say now he's going into boxing. And the possibility I'm gonna be involved as well. It's a possibility. And I was saying you don't have to go nowhere. It's right here. It's coming to you.
No, I mean we don't have to, but I have to achieve that dream.
No. You know, but you don't got to go out anyway. You're right here. You're right place. Same UFC, and the boxing's coming to you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's
we
coming
don't
to
have.
you. It's coming to you.
But Mike, it's got to be under the right circumstances.
Oh no, definitely right. But it's coming to him.
For sure.
It's coming to him.
You know, and we talk about it. We just had lunch a minute ago and just talked about it.
They understand. He understands the space, the pay scale in boxing is different than UFC.
Yeah. And that's where I think, you know, what's going to be interesting.
But he understands that. I don't know what the
is he willing to pay?
I don't know about that, but he understands that.
You know, Dana's smart.
He does. He does.
You know, Dana's smart, but his value.
UFC is the fastest rising sport in the world.
Exactly.
But their champion don't get paid more than the heavyweight champion in the world.
Canelo just made $35 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
And no one watched it. And they were waiting on the UFC fight to finish.
Nobody watched it.
You know what I mean? Right, exactly. Nobody really cares. I mean, much respect to Canelo, but if Dana and Zuffa Boxing, whatever, if they really wanted to put the marketing dollars and promotional dollars behind Francis, I'll ask you, who's the most marketable potential UFC fighter to cross over into boxing?
The little brother. What's his name? Proper 12.
Oh,
Connor? I think that's more of a spectacle. I don't disagree. He's a star.
Yeah, listen, a spectacle, but listen, this is where it's not a spectacle. Mm-hmm. This is it's a spectacle, yeah, but this is where it's not. This is why that was, listen, he never really had a boxing match in his life, right?
Right.
He didn't have a boxing match, right? Mm. He went 10 rounds with the greatest fighter in the last 100 years of boxing.
Yeah. No, Connor's a beast. Connor's a beast.
Think about no. You're not listening to me. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He went 10 rounds, scored punches on the greatest fighter in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Did he do something? Did he accomplish something? A star. See, people ain't looking. People just want to see the black guy beat the white guy. They just want to see it. But look what he had to fight against. Mm-hmm. And look what he did when he fought against it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Phew.
Because nobody
imagine the guy that never had a boxing match and he's fighting boxing with me. Yeah. 10 rounds and he's fighting me and we're fighting.
I don't think he makes it 10 rounds.
Yeah, but imagine if he did and we're fighting. I'm doing my thing. That's a bad motherfucker. First fight, 10 rounds with the champ, the best champ in the last 50 years or something like that. Yeah. That's the winner of the fight.
Yeah.
That's the winner. This should have been a 1 round, 2 round fight. Floyd should have took it easy. It should have been easy. He had to sweat. They had to fight him. He was fighting somebody that was throwing back. Mm-hmm. And he was worried. That's the only thing. When the guy's throwing back, you got to be apprehensive. That's the only thing in boxing. He's throwing back. Normally, the guy like that, he should have panicked and not been throwing punches back. He kept fighting. He should have panicked.
Yeah.
He never been in this shit. And he went there with the greatest fighter in the business. He should have panicked. He kept his cool.
Wait, I got a question for you guys. So why is the money so different if UFC has become the fastest growing sport in the world and boxing is sort of on a decline?
Hey, listen, they just know how to promote it. It's about promoting it. The boxing's 200 years, and it's know what it is? It's habit too. We're addicted to the promotion. What is it called again? It's called subliminal. It's subliminal. We don't want it, but he makes us buy it anyway. We don't like him, but we still buy his fights. It's not exciting, but we still buy his fight. You know what I mean? Because it's blended in our mind. It's the right thing to do. People are talking about it because it's hitting everybody, and people are talking about it because it's hitting them too, and then boom, it hits you from your family, and then your wife, hey, you think you want to go to the fight? Yeah, we're at the fight. Yeah. That's what. It's not like people want to go to the fight. We get forced to go to the fight. Yeah. We're a slave to the subliminal message. They've been doing this for thousands of years. They know how to make us spend our money. We're puppets. Just like we have people that are puppets to us, there's people that we're puppets to. You know, like I was told my wife that we're watching Anthony, we're watching this and the different, we're watching all the characters, and I said, baby, now guess who's watching us? You know, someone's watching us just like we watching those ants. We can't believe we're the superpower and we're the only one here. Our brain and our thought even tells us that someone's watching us. We even feel in our mind somebody's watching. We don't even know why we feel that way, but we feel like somebody's watching us. Yeah. You know?
But yeah, to your point, I mean, it is a habit of you know, your question was why is there a difference in money making between UFC and boxing? Yeah. You know what I mean? Boxing has that tradition of paying the fighters 80%, you know, and the promoters typically get
6-round, 8-round fighter. Even if you're a big time fighter, you get paid, let's say $10,000. That's good money if you're a 10-round fighter, 8-round fighter, you're not fighting big fights.
Right.
You know?
But it's different in the UFC. But you see the UFC fighters now, they have a platform to where, I mean, even Jorge Masvidal, he made some money, but now he's calling out Canelo. Why? Because if you cross over into that sport, your value's higher, your values increase, and then you can kind of demand more of that money.
Listen, but that's true too. But listen, I'm gonna take it to another level. That you don't know about boxing, right? I'm gonna take it to another level, right? Whoa, this is gonna blow your mind. So say you make that crossover now, right? In that fight, say you did great, but say you did great, but it didn't turn out well for you, and you got a big payday, paid what, $100 million? So you say, hey, listen, I'm getting ready to fight a big fight in UFC. I need another $100 million. That'd be awesome. Oh, I can't get $100 million. Then know what happened? Guy like him, he gets a fucking power drink commercial. He got $40 million. You know what I mean? If he's drinking soda, maybe 50 or 20, but whatever. He got that. It's just popping this show and his fucking muscles pumping. I'm very serious. I know it sounds funny, but I'm not trying to make you laugh. And they love that. All those internationals, Germans and everything, look at this big, because that's why I have all the Germans and European people, they all go to Africa to get boned out and stuff. You see a lot of Germans and stuff coming. They don't see them, they don't come in Cameroon. They come to the resorts there, right? Yeah, they do that. They come there and stud them out. You know what I mean? They be just looking at them. Francis. Listen.
Today they use more internet.
You think I'm laughing? What do they do to Anthony Joshua? And what those Caucasians over there do to him? Exactly. You think, nigga, I'm not playing. This is real shit, nigga. Yeah. He'll be a god. They don't even know why they like him. They just know they're supposed to like him. It's just that. You know, it's just that once they set their mind, just like me, once I set my mind, I'll lead Leonard Duran. I'm with them all the way. Anything they sell, I'm buying. Even though it's no good for me. It's just my mind is planted that way. Yeah. I want to be connected to them. That makes me feel better. That makes me look better. That makes my ego feel better. It's just what it is. You know? I know him. That's my man. What's up? It makes us feel good. You know, people, I don't know. It's just that's just how we program. That's why you're agent. You want to help famous people. You want to be known of helping these people, and some other people will come to you. That's who we are as people. We're social animals.
Yeah.
That's how we get subliminally tricked to do things, because we're social animals. This is the thing we're supposed to do, but just that now we're paying for it.
Yeah. I got a question for you. So, I mean, no one can know, no one in this room knows a fighter's mind like you do. So, if you're Francis, what is his next steps? What do you think?
Listen, he's always a gentleman, as he is, right? Because that's what he's always a gentleman. But he could politely call people out.
You got to call people out.
Yes, you have to let the people know that this is what I'm aware. Make them aware of what's going on. Since these guys don't want to fight him, and then people make the crowd, make the people aware that the people are afraid to fight.
Yeah.
I've offered this for him. I offered this. I asked him to fight me here. What is it that I have to do? Do I have to cut off my arm for him to fight me? Yeah. You have to say something polite like that. What does I have to do for him to fight me?
Because nobody wants to call this dude out.
Say listen. Go like this. Say listen. I give you the lion's share of the purse. Please fight me. That's what I would do. I'd do that. I say, listen, you take my purse. Please fight me. Come fight me. You're gonna have to use it for a hospital bill anyway, but please fight. Come on, please. I used to always say, I give you my check. You're gonna use it to buy a fly wheelchair. That's all. So please. All you gotta do it, but always be polite. Yeah. Always be a gentleman, for people won't think you're a savage animal. Even that's what they want, but they know from his past that's what he is. Yeah. So he doesn't have to act like one. They know he's one. So be a contrary to be a polite gentleman. Call him out politely and say, hey, listen, what do I have to do to fight you? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Do I have to beat up your little brother or something? You know, what do I have to do? Come on. Make your family, give some pride to your family. Yeah. At least you fought. You didn't stay on the wall and did nothing and look like a coward. Please, I'm embarrassed asking you to fight me. Yeah. I'm embarrassed for you. You know, stuff like that. God.
It's especially if a boxer, right, won't fight an MMA guy in boxing, because I want Francis to fight a guy like Tyson. I want him to fight a guy like Deontay Wilder. Why not?
Sure.
Oh, absolutely. But once you get listen, this is what it comes down to, and it looks like it's easy for you to receive, because you have your ego. You have to believe in yourself. You have
Definitely.
You have to believe that you're here for a purpose, to enrich the world. No, you have to believe this deep down. This is why I'm born. This is why you're across from me. This is why you're across from me. Why do you think you're here? You think you're here by osmosis? This is just, you're lucky, and this is the break that you had in your life, and you and me are across from me. Because that's what you want. That's what you wanted, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's what happened. And it's the same thing with the championship.
Definitely.
It's the same thing. It's like this. When the champion, it comes to you. Your destiny is in your mouth, in your mind.
Definitely, man.
And the person who, once you receive that level of confidence, you know what I mean, and it's practiced properly, it will surpass a genius. There's nothing more supreme than confidence. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. Applied properly, you're inconquerable.
You know, it's very deep what you're saying, because like I don't used to talk too much to share my thought with people, because they always think I'm like overthinking.
Stop right there. Yeah. That's what they want you to say. They don't want you to talk about yourself. They want you to believe that you're a dumb nigga from Africa and you're a monkey. They want you to believe that. They don't want you to believe that they don't want you to believe that you're divinely guided. They don't want you to believe that, because once you believe that, then that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and when you believe that, people don't like this.
No.
People don't like that.
No, that's not true. Yeah. Listen, they love it. They just don't got the balls to be that way.
Yeah.
They wish they were you, but that's why they say that's not nice, because that's what they were. That's what they were limited to. So they want you to be limited, but there's nothing personal. They just want you to be in that situation.
Yeah.
We love company. They're successful, but just they're feeling successful. You know what I mean? They're successful at the ceiling. You want to break through the ceiling and go to the stars, the universe, the galaxies.
Yes, and I think you don't understand. I mean, it's very interesting how the way that you break down things, because that I can relate in that, like,
keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah.
Once people know your thoughts and how you feel about yourself, they're trying to block them.
Yes,
and you give them information to block it. So you don't let them know your thoughts. Never let no one know your thoughts. You keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody invade your privacy.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And deep.
You have to believe this. And you have to know this. One thing I'm gonna tell you, and this is spiritual, right?
Yeah.
See all your stuff, all your fights. See all your fights and stuff. All your knockouts is spectacular. Know what that means? All this good stuff happening to you. Know what that means? That you're favored by God. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that,
definitely.
right? But this is something,
Otherwise, I
this is something
wouldn't
that you
be-
may not know too. When you're favored by God, you're also favored by the devil. He's coming for you too. So you just gotta be strong and stay on the right side. Whose side you gonna go on? He's gonna give you power too. He's gonna get in your head too, but it's whose side you gonna stay with. You stay with who brought you here. You go home with the guy that brought you to the dance. You know? Oh, you're powerful. He wants you. He's coming at you. He's gonna tell you, he's gonna tell you how beautiful you are, and he's gonna tell you, I made you beautiful. So you do what I say. I'm not gonna let you get all this fame, and I'm not gonna enjoy this pleasure either. He might want you to fuck somebody you're not supposed to fuck, but I want to fuck her. You know, they get in your head, and they make you believe you deserve it. Why don't you deserve it? Didn't Mike Tyson tell you no should be a foreign language? Oh, they talk to you like they're your best friend. You have to be disciplined. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. Say, maybe I'm gonna go home tonight. You know. Just remember, God loves you, so does He. He's after you too. It's a war. You gotta really believe that.
And
If you don't believe it, you'll find out.
And you have to be smart to stay in the right side.
Need faith, because you're not smarter than Satan, brother. I know you may think you ain't smarter than Satan. You need faith. You need faith, brother. He's good. He knows your weakness. He knows you before you was existing. He knew your mother before you knew your father. He knows you before God knew your existence. They knew you together. They were there when they made you together. He know you. You can't have no secrets from him. You can't talk slick to him.
Yeah, but
He gives you all your thoughts probably sometimes.
I think having faith too is being smart, because
Faith,
we don't have we all doesn't have a chance to.
It's
to
not
have
smart.
faith.
It's the ultimate way. It's the only way. You don't have to be smart. You just know just to do it, and it's gonna work. You only gotta stick with what's work. You know what's not gonna work. You've been in Africa. You know what's not gonna work. Like your friend. Oh, this is not good. You're never gonna be in it. Doubt is not gonna work. No doubt. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. You should be an annihilator of doubt. You've killed people in the ring. You should kill doubt in your mind and in your soul and your heart. Kill it. It's dead. Fight it every day, because it's going to be hard. It's not going anywhere. You're going to try to throw as many negative thoughts at you as possible. And you got to throw as many and triple the positive thoughts. Whatever you throw 3 of them, you throw 16 back at them. How much you love yourself and how great you are. And how you love God for your hands and your feet and your legs and your skin and your movements, everything. Thank you. Your gratitude.
For your life.
Yes. You know, your blessings triple when you have gratitude. You can still be arrogant, but as long as you thank God, give him gratitude. Thank my mother for my hands. Thank my mother for caring for me to make me put in that situation. Gratitude. Buy your mother something nice. Thank you, Mom. It's all gratitude. I learned gratitude. I never had gratitude. I was friendly, I was generous, but I always did it to get something. You know, you got to do it for nothing. It comes back. I learned that. It's just what you throw out there comes back to you. And plus, I was a hater too, so that's too why a lot of stuff happened to me. Because I was hating on people, jealous for people. You know, in my mind, keep my thoughts. Mad at him, I wanted that woman. You know, just jealous. And all that shit comes back around. It just comes back and you can't help it. You keep it to yourself, you're nice to feel it, but you got those fucking thoughts when it comes back, boom. And you say, oh, I remember what happened to my man. He got hit by a car. I love that nigga. You just don't know he was hating on you. He got locked up. Oh, that bitch ain't shit. The nigga didn't like you anyway. What you saying that shit for? You know, that shit happens, you know. You gotta keep your thoughts clean.
Yeah.
No bad shit. Else when it's bad, you got some bad shit, you gotta say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, God. Whatever, that's just my thing.
Yeah.
It comes back to you when you think the niggas. I'm a firm believer.
Like,
Hating comes back.
I think you're right on, man, with all that, you know? Well, Francis, I know you got to get out of here,
Now,
man.
where are you going right now? That's interesting. When you leave here, where are you going?
What's your next thing?
Going back to Vegas.
Vegas. What are you doing in Vegas? Where you live at in Vegas? I live in Vegas. Where you live at in Vegas?
Silverado Ranch.
Silverado? I know Silver. Is that on Easton? Which one? Is it Henderson?
Las Vegas Boulevard. No, Henderson. Yes, Las Vegas Boulevard and
what?
Before it's Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Silverado Ranch.
Well, man, it's been awesome having you here, brother.
Yeah.
Good luck
And
to you.
Thank you very much. And it's
So
just
listen,
such an honor.
How do you handle your money? Are you good with money?
Oh, really good.
Now, what's good with money? Good with money? Save money?
I'm really good, you know. Like,
That's good.
as I said, as I was saying before about my mom, I'm like about the same way, you know. Always think about tomorrow, about next year. I always think like this could be the only thing that I have from now. You know, how do I gonna handle it? You know, trying to be smart, trying to think about tomorrow, next year. You know.
While you're doing that too, live for today, you know? Just always think about today, live for the day, enjoy this moment right here, this second right here, because that's only happiness when you're in the moment. We're not in the moment right this second, but sometimes we're talking, we're just in the moment, we ain't thinking about nothing else but this moment, that's happiness.
Yeah. And it became very difficult to me to like live in the moment, as you're saying, because I always carried like this fear, like, oh, this thing could break down.
No.
Let's keep it. Let's save something. Let's save for tomorrow.
Annihilate that doubt. It's never going to break down. It's not going to break down. You're destined to be here for something. You're destined to help your mother. You have things to do. How could it break down? How can you put that thought in your mind? It can't break down. I got things to do. I got to get my mother over here. Fuck, it's going to break down. Don't ever say that again. Fuck, it's going to break down. I got to get my mother. Fuck, I wanted that. What the fuck am I thinking about it breaking down? Don't even think about it. It's going to go well, and mom's going to be over here. And I'm going to give her grandkids. And that's what she's going to do, take care of the grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, you said, as you said before, you have the God and the devil. And sometimes you have this positive thought, you keep having positive thought, and sometimes the negative thought trying to sneak around, and you're like fighting.
Hey, Tom, that's cool, right? Hey, that's cool, right? Yeah. Doesn't that happen to you?
What?
Tell them what happened. Tell them.
Say it again.
I mean, like when you keep fighting, you fighting with again this negative thought, even though you're trying to be positive all the time. But there is some moment, like I don't know, like negative trying to take over, and you have to really fight hard to put him away. You know.
Well, like,
don't that happen to you? Don't you sometimes negatives intervene in your positive thoughts?
Absolutely.
How about you?
All the time.
How about you?
Yeah.
Listen.
It's a practice, man.
You ain't different.
Yeah.
What choice are you gonna make? You'll go to the negative. They're gonna take you away from all of us, probably.
Definitely.
You're gonna stay with the positives. Gonna keep us together forever and see us succeed and prosper. And get abundance.
With positive.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna stay.
With positive.
And listen, if it was easy, everybody be doing it. They couldn't fight. Everybody can't fight the temptations. That's the whole thing. Once you do good, God's giving you everything. And hey, let's see, can he handle this? Oh, God really likes him. Hey, let me throw this bitch in and see if he likes that better than God. Or let me throw this money. Or let me throw this house at him. See how he acts that. Fuck God, huh?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's why you got to stay on that side. No, fuck you, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Let's thinking with the bright side.
That's the best side.
Because listen, that's going to happen. I see it. It's happening. Your success. The light is on you. That's a trip. You don't even know, but you feel it. The light is on you. You just don't know why, but the light is on you. Everybody you see like you. Everybody sees them like them, huh? Look, everybody you see, bitches want to fuck you. You got it all. Don't fuck it
I'm
up.
not sure about that.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I've been around. I know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Okay.
No one wants you to know.
I take my words out.
Nobody wants you to know, because if it's possible, maybe if you don't know I like you more than you like me, I can get a price from you. You know? That's what it comes. You always gotta let people, you're the prize. You're the champ. You're the best fighter in God's creation. You gotta believe that. You're the best fighter since the beginning of the dawns. You know, you have to believe that. Hey, yeah, I know it's laughing, but you have to believe it. Yeah. You have to believe it, because if you don't believe it, you won't be that person. And you're on that road to try to be that person. So even though it's embarrassing, why are you on this road? This road is to be the greatest fighter in the history of the world. That's what the road is for, to be the champ. And you on the road and you laughing like, no, I don't want to know. You got to accept it, embrace it.
There.
You got to embrace it. This is it.
Yeah.
Greatness. You're on the road to greatness. Don't be afraid of it.
Fucking A, man.
Greatness is scary. That's why a lot of great people don't make greatness, because they're afraid of it. You got to grasp it and say it's mine, but ordained by God. You have to believe it. Don't have to tell nobody, just believe it. I know when I say these words sound cool. So when I used to hear the word, I said, fuck. I know you want those words. Ordained, God's ordaining me with greatness. And it's true, but you got to believe it. Why wouldn't he want to do this? Why he gave less people than you greatness, people lesser than you greatness? Why wouldn't he want to give you greatness?
Because I assume because you believe.
Yeah.
Believe in it.
Believe is your way of worshiping him. Believing in his creation. You're his creation. Why are you going to be negative to something that God made? He made you. Why are you going to think you're nothing? Why are you going to think negative things about you? God made you. You don't like God? If you don't like you, you don't like him. Then no, now if you don't like you.
No, I think.
Yeah, you got to love you. If you love God, you got to love you.
I think he loves
You're
me
God,
too.
You're God's creation. So if you disrespect yourself and set yourself up, what's that word? Sabotage yourself, you're disrespecting God. I had to find out late in life. All I was doing was disrespecting God. I wasn't disrespecting myself. I'm God's creation. I'm disrespecting him. You got to keep yourself clean. What you going to say when you see him, when you know, all that shit. He saw anything you think you did that was bad or you didn't like, he saw you do it. Just like you be looking at these ants, he's watching us. So we're going to have to explain.
Well, I didn't know. People thought that you're a boxer. They didn't know that you're like a philosopher.
Yeah.
No. Listen,
Exactly.
I had to be beaten in submission. It didn't happen in the night. I had to go to prison for this. I had to lose all my money for this. I had to lose my wives. I had to lose my gold digger girlfriends who I love so much. I had to lose all that stuff for this to get whatever I have, whatever you think I have. I had to lose. It's all about loss. Ain't all about gain. My gain is about loss.
Yes, and you always gain more when you love something.
Oh, no doubt about it. You appreciate it more. You learn gratitude. Life is about loss. As time goes on, we lose fights, we lose people we love, we lose our hair, and then we lose our life. You know? It's all a loss. But from all these losses, we learn so much, and all the experiences that we learn is just it's unconceivable. It's just beautiful. Life is beautiful. Even at its worst, it's beautiful. Just to have life is beautiful. Even slavery times, they laughed and enjoyed that moment of life. When they was treated so badly, they had a moment where they could sit down and laugh. Even they're laughing at the slave master, they're just laughing in that moment.
Yes, and play their music.
Yeah, that moment. It's all about the moment. Nothing forever. Nothing lasts. If we were happy continuously, continuously, like every second of the minute we was happy, we might have a heart attack. How could nobody be happy every second of the day? It's not enough time. We have to be other things but happy. We have to be sad. We have to be determined. We have to be, we have to be pretty precise on how we make our next move. We have to be practical in our life. We have to be so many things, and then we have to be happy. So many things have to be encouraged to be happy. Yeah.
To make that moment special, because if you're happy all the time, you don't appreciate it.
No way.
Yeah.
No, that's why you're happy, because you understand pain and pleasure. Is
Yeah. It's awesome, dude.
This
is a fucking great show.
Love, right? That's the science of love, right? Pain and pleasure.
It's been great having you here, brother.
Man,
Mike.
it's dope.
Yeah, no, you're dope.
You're dope,
why you're
bro.
dope? Because you're the future. You're special than all of us. You're the future, and you're in your prime.
But
Imagine that, the future in its prime.
The future doesn't make sense without the past.
No, the past doesn't dictate your future. The past is the past. And the past can't live in the future. The past has to stay in the past, because when it comes in the future, it deteriorates the future. It stays in the past. The future doesn't belong in the past.
Yes, but the past built the future. That's what I'm saying.
The past can see the future. Yes, the past can see the future, but it can't be involved with it. Can't be involved, baby. It's all about evolving.
Yes,
the past can't evolve.
If I'm the future champ, you are the past champ, and you being champ in the past built me going to be champ in the future.
And you being champ in the future, it's going to allow another champ in Africa to be the champ.
Yeah, definitely.
No
It's just
doubt.
how it goes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's just how it goes. We always got to pay it forward.
So past built the future.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Mike, great show, man.
I think it was a great show. You're
Francis,
a great
thank you.
personality,
More than great. My English is not good enough to
No,
know
it's good enough.
to know the words what is beyond great, but this is more than great.
You're great, man. Markel, great to have you here,
Shit,
brother.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
Always look about
Alex.
and believe in yourself. Even when times are hard, always believe. Don't lose doubt. Just get ready. Annihilate doubt.
Yeah.
Get rid of
The
doubt.
Satan
Don't
is
lose
always
doubt.
Every morning I ask God to vaporize any doubt that might linger in my mind. That's one of my affirmations.
You mean to say I'm a doubt annihilator?
Yeah. Vaporize that
Yes.
shit, man. Doubt is no use to you. You know?
You got to think, because you got to say, I'm a future king of this world. Every day, I'm a future king of this world. When you see this television, you see those beautiful people in their beautiful cars and their beautiful house, and say, listen, I'm a future king to this world. This will all be mine one day. All be mine. I know that's what I used to say.
I mean,
So
like,
you think I'm your champion, you looked up to me, that's what I used to say. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. That's what I say. Every day
And I
talk about
understand
myself.
that, like, the self-believing. Sometimes you wake up, you stand in front of your glass, you look at yourself, you just feel like the king. I'm like, I'm going to have this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Trying to convince yourself. And that also helps you to kick out the doubt. You know?
Absolutely. You don't convince yourself. You already know this is going to happen. You have to let yourself be aware of it. This is what you want, but you have to let yourself be aware. I always need affirmations, even before fights. I need it because I have low self-esteem.
You got to do that,
You have to, but I'm a megalomaniac because I believe I deserve everything. You know what I mean?
Well, that was your affirmation. That was part of your affirmations.
Absolutely. I refuse to lose. You have to refuse to lose. I refuse to lose. Even losing matches, I refuse to be discouraged. Nothing will discourage me from reaching my goals. Yeah. You're a great man. You can't let something like a little loss discourage you. Great people don't let loss discourage you. They let them influence them. Yeah. A loss should influence you to be better.
Yeah. Yes. Loss help you to find the best version of you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Mike, I'm going to take us out.
We out of here?
We're out of here, brother.
Hey, what happened to I got it from the PFL? We down.
Don?
Yeah, Don.
Fucking Don. Mike came out. Donnie Davis.
You know Don Davis?
Yeah,
Don Davis loves you, man.
Yeah, of course he does.
Well,
he was letting us know you don't have to fight. Wait till you can go over here and start promoting. Nigga, start doing your training over there. You can still fight over here, but promote over there and train over there. I'm saying, hey,
why not?
Serious.
Why not?
Well, he told me that. Then he's not alive. He said that's what he would do.
Yes,
that's what you want to do, right?
Yes, I saw him last week.
Yeah, he said you got a couple of guys over there you want to bring over, right? He can get them over here now.
Yes.
Now, hey, you get your mom over here too. Hey, listen, this is what you do in your affirmation. You tax your affirmation to help you find the right people to get involved with your life, to push your career, to help you do things. You're going to get in touch with the right people. The right people in life is going to help me with my life. I'm going to connect myself with the right people to help my mother and my friends, my life, my career. Yeah. I'm going to have a great life in America. Thank you, God.
Yes, I saw Don last week at the PFL, and we talk a lot about like fighting, and it was very interesting about African, and he told me like give me some guy, this is my card, call me, email me their information. We're gonna take some guy and promote them.
And that's money right there, right in the hands, instant money. And that's all you do. You tell whoever's your manager, hey, let me get over these fucking 3 fights I want to do. And you can do it while you fight. You got to let me do promoting. You can promote your fighter, train your fighter, do whatever else you over here and fight over here. And I'm not saying, because I love them, if your contract's not what you want after your fights here, hey, we have other places to go. It's just business. It's just business. It's business. Nothing personal.
Yes, it's business.
It's nothing personal.
Biz, baby.
Nothing personal.
Well,
I just want to see good things happen to you. You know, you deserve it.
Definitely, man.
Thank you.
It's coming,
I
dude.
appreciate it.
You just have to believe it. Have to believe it. Just don't get discouraged.
Let's go out, and fuck everything.
That's it. That's it, bro.
Put me out.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what you should be doing as a coach in my corner.
Definitely.
Yeah, you put me out. Now I want to.
Absolutely. I
love that.
I would pump. Listen, I might hit the other guy's managers. I'm the kind of I'm talking. You don't know when I used to fight. It was just on. We would fight. You know, we used to fight the other guy, motherfucker. It was crazy. It was like some nigga shit. Really. When we were fighting, motherfucker, I had my drawers on. Motherfucker, fuck you, bitch, homo, suck my dick. It's just crazy.
Hey, man.
It was crazy, man.
Hey, bro.
Crazy.
That's amazing, dude. Well, all right, everybody.
It's great.
Thanks for watching this episode of Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you.
You're
awesome.
very
much.
I'm Evan Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
And we're out of here.
Francis Ngannou.
Francis, how do we find you? You got any
Instagram,
how
Twitter?
Do we find you?
Yeah, I have my
what's the name? Tell these people how to get in touch with you.
my Instagram is Francis Ngannou, my Twitter and my Facebook, and this is my main contacts.
Wait, we got like
Alex Evans and
what
Martin
do you got? 80 million people? How many people you have looking at him now?
A lot.
You have a lot of people. Yes, Tell anybody, any single people out there that's interested in talking to you. Yes, in a platonic, right? A platonic relationship. Just tell, flex for him, baby. Flex. Get him up.
I take out my shirt or which shirt?
Yeah, take
oh,
the
no.
shirt. That's what he's offering, baby.
That's what he's offering,
You pay for that, you got the price. You got to know the price. Nothing come free.
That's it. And we're out of here, everybody.
There's African royalty here.
Fucking A.
All right, out of
Africa
here.
King.
Peace.